Listen, who you are means nothing. I don't care if you've come from a poor family. I don't care if you grew up without opportunities, without connections. I don't care if people doubted you, if you feel like you're already behind. I just know that you're standing at the bottom of a mountain with a dream, and where you came from or what you don't have is not a reason to not try. The first thing to move from nothing to something is a decision. You have to decide that you'll do the work no matter what. You have to believe that where you are is temporary. It might not feel like it. It might feel like this is your life, your reality, but it's not. It's just your starting point. And too many people confuse where they start with where they're supposed to finish. You don't do that. You decide. You decide that no matter what it looks like right now, you're going to make it. You decide that the circumstances you were born into don't define where you're going. Because the truth is, nobody starts at the top. Some just start higher than others. And yeah, that means your path might be harder. It might take more effort, more sacrifice, more patience. But that's not a reason to stop. The ones who don't make it, they look at what they don't have and use it as an excuse. They compare their beginning to someone else's middle and decide it's not worth trying. They stay exactly where they are because it feels safer than risking failure. You don't. You accept the reality. You're starting from zero. That means you're going to be invisible for a long time. You're going to work harder than most people around you. You're going to fail more times than you can count. But that's the deal. And if you're not willing to accept that, you won't make it. But if you are, then nothing can stop you, because you have something most people don't. You believe, even when there's no proof, even when there's no results, even when nobody around you understands what you're trying to do. You still believe in that vision in your head, and that belief, that's everything. Before anything becomes real, it exists in your mind first. And if you don't believe it's possible for you, you'll quit the moment things get hard. But if you do believe, you'll keep going when there's no reason to, no evidence to support you, no one clapping for you. That's what keeps you in the game. Once you understand that this is part of the process, you stop taking failure personally. You stop seeing setbacks as signs to quit. You start seeing them for what they really are. Steps forward. You try, you fail, you learn, you adjust, you try again. That's how it works. Not once, but over and over again. And yeah, it's exhausting. There will be days where it feels like nothing is working. Days where you question everything. Days where it would be so much easier to just stop. That's where most people quit. They hit resistance and think it's a sign to go back. They fall once and decide they're not built for it. You don't. You get back up every single time. No matter how many times you fall, no matter how many times it doesn't go your way, you get back up and keep moving. You already made the decision. And once that decision is real, failure doesn't end you. It builds you. That's the difference. It's not talent. It's not where you came from. It's the decision to keep going when everything tells you to stop. And over time, that adds up. Slowly, things start to shift. You get better. You get stronger. You start seeing results. And one day you look back and you realize you're not at the bottom anymore. You climbed, not because it was easy, not because you had advantages, but because you refused to stay where you started. You don't let who you were define who you're meant to be. So stop focusing on what you don't have. Stop looking at your past like it's a limitation. Stop using your situation as a reason to stay stuck. Use it as fuel. Let it push you. Let it remind you why you started. Because at the end of the day, who you are right now means nothing.